Hell y'all, this is Make America Again, a mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that takes place in 2021. Donald Trump refused to concede, and as a result, Joe Biden established a rival government. Other groups also used this chaos as an opportunity to seize power for themselves. We're going to play as a country simply known as Liberty. Led by one Matt Shea, Liberty was formed by the followers of Shea, who took advantage of the confusion of the Cascadian War of Independence. With that in mind, Shea took over West Washington and formed his own state. Starting off, we have no national spirits, but we are led by the Shea guy, and he has a leader trait called Terrifying Presence, and that gives us better division attack. Also, our ruling ideology is autocratic, and we have the sub-ideology of Theocracy. Shea, in real life, as a recording, is a right-leaning Christian nationalist. A member of the Republican Party, he was in the Washington House of Representatives from 2009 to 2021. He has a few controversies, apparently, but I won't go over all that. In fact, let me just try to summarize some of them. He wrote something called the Biblical Basis for War Manifesto. He's been accused of something related to political violence, and he dumped oil on the steps of the Washington State Capitol building. Moving on from that, we are going to check out our small but existing military. We have the 1st Christian Brigade, the 2nd Christian Brigade, and the Spokane Police Department. As for commanders, we have Matt Shea as a field marshal, and that's it. Now for military technology, we have up-to-date weapons, motorized, up-to-date tanks, which is surprising, basic artillery and anti-air, and as for aircraft, it's surprisingly up-to-date as well. We just don't have heavy fighters, but hey, we're probably not going to use those anyway. At the moment, we don't have an air force, in fact, so at least we have the technology, though. I just noticed something. That description on the country selection screen said we were in West Washington, right? To correct that, I will say our capital is Spokane, that is how you say it, and we control stuff in East Washington. Also, while we're here, just look how sandwiched we are between Cascadia, Montana, and Canada. That's just crazy. Let's begin the focus tree by completing the focuses. I have a lot of work to do. Oh Lord, I must be busy this day. If I forget thee, do not thou forget me. Olive Liberty's arms, and purge the non-believers. The first big thing we're going to do is start training more divisions to make our army larger. While we're doing that, we will keep a close eye on the Cascadian Provisional Government. Fortunately for us, they are busy fighting the People's Republic of America at the moment. We gotta get a field marshal trait for Matt Shea. Fun fact, he was a captain in the U.S. Army, I think, or that was the National Guard. That aside, let's give him the defensive doctrine trait, because I think that might be useful for him. Some news, the Mormon War is underway. Yeah, that's the Mormon War, the Midwestern Free Territory versus the Holy Republic of Deseret, and Biden went to G7. Also, the Church of Latter-day Saints took over Utah. On top of all that, there is intense fighting between the PLA and Cascadia in the greater Seattle area. Montana, our neighbor to the east, proclaimed independence from the U.S. This may have some ramifications for us. Cascadia and the People's Republic of America just signed a white peace. That's not good at all. We were building a civilian factory in eastern Washington, but since it might not be done until 2024, it might be more productive for us to construct land forts instead. Far away from us, in West Virginia, the Appalachian Revolution has started. I wonder if Juche Tucker Carlson will win. Cascadia had an attempted coup, but the ruling Resistance Council put it down. Besides that, they decided to place all of their divisions right next to our country, which is a little concerning, to be honest. Let's do more focuses in the focus tree by completing Heed the Prophet's Words, Survival Instinct, Raid Montana, Develop Our Doctrine, and an Army for the Lord. Something happened in Canada, I believe they abolished the monarchy. Anyway, they got a new flag, and ideology-wise, they are authoritarian left, with the sub-ideology of authoritarian liberalism. More news from Canada. It's broken apart. Let's take advantage of this chaos by justifying on the newly formed country of Christian Canada. We're getting ready for our border war with Montana. We may not have many divisions, but on the bright side, they do seem to be individually strong. It appears we are winning the raid. We brought in an extra division, and that might be all we need. Here is some strange news. Texas, led by former U.S. President George Bush, joined the Restorationist Front, and due to that, the Texans will now be at war with Justin Trudeau's government and Quebec. Winning the Montana border war gave us extra equipment or something like that. It will come in handy when we attack Christian Canada very soon. And for the sake of comparison, both Liberty and Christian Canada are ideologically autocratic, but Christian Canada has a sub-ideology of fundamentalism, while Liberty is straight out a theocracy. Let's finish up the unique part of our focus tree by doing our work is done. After that, we're just going to be doing continuous focuses like army training and construction engineering. After some consideration and knowing that Cascadia will eventually try to take us out, we're going to cancel our invasion of Christian Canada, and instead we will just stay on the defensive and hire the Wagner Group as mercenaries to help defend the state of liberty. Joe Biden announces he is resigning from the presidency. His successor is to be Kamala Harris. To our east, Montana and Idaho have teamed up to take on Donald Trump's America. Cascadia has officially declared war on liberty, and they're throwing the full weight of their army at us. Our military consists of Christian militias and Russian mercenaries, so let's see what they can do against such a huge and powerful opponent. In a desperate bid to get any allies to save us and our country, we are going to strike at Montana, who is at war with Donald Trump's America and his faction. By going to war with Montana, we hope to be able to join the Loyalist faction led by Donald Trump. Alright, we did manage to join the Loyalists, as you can tell by our combined forces moving into Montana here. On the other hand, Cascadia also got into a faction, and it's called the Legitimist. The Legitimist faction leader is the Federal Republic of America, led by Kamala Harris. There has been an odd turn of events. The Western Federal Republic of America, formerly known as the People's Republic of America, declared war on Idaho. Idaho is a member of the Legitimist faction. Meanwhile, the Western Federal Republic of America leads the Western Legitimist, and this has all resulted in a very peculiar Legitimist civil war. The Western Federal Republic has decided to start clashing with Cascadia. This will most likely open up a path for us to advance deep into enemy territory. Forget what I just said about advancing deep into enemy territory, because the Federal Republic, the one on the East Coast, has sent over 100 divisions to attack our lines. Due to some issues, I'm going to end this game here. Don't worry though, with the power of editing and a liberal use of console commands, I will show you what my ideal liberty borders would have been if we won this war. There you have it, a theocratic Christian country located in the Pacific Northwest of the former United States. I'm not going to lie, in most playthroughs, liberty kind of just dies to Cascadia. So, in that regard, we went above and beyond and stayed alive. The video is going to stop here. If you enjoyed the mod, make sure to check it out in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Tell me what country I should play next in the comments. Have an awesome day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.